so much for joining me again, or for the first time, here on Talk to the Hand Reviews. Today, I'm going to continue my flower series. I've got this bouquet from my garden of wonderful flowers, and all these flowers are in some way, shape, or form used in fragrance. And I just thought that I would make a series of videos about these different flowers. And I already did one about the poppy, little friend the poppy. That was the first one because I was concerned that he might not last, because a lot of times you can't depend. We don't use these too much in floral design. I used to work as a floral designer. Yeah, we don't really use poppies too much. Maybe some do in some areas, but not any of the flower shops I've worked in. But today's video is about this one. This long, spiky one. It is called a lupine. And I'll just go around real quick so you can see. And I have a garden full of these, but they're perennials and they grow here. I didn't grow them. So I just let them grow and I benefit from this. It's pretty incredible, I think. So I just want to tell you a couple things about them. The smell of lupines is generally, it smells kind of like pepper for most of them. But there are some, and usually they're purple. They're like, none of these are like this, but there's one kind, and I never know which one it's going to be. You got to go up to smell it and see. And they're not very common, but I've got a few that smell like grapes. They do smell like perfume. They smell really nice. But they're a really neat little plant. I don't know if you can see. They're kind of funny when you push their little thing. They have a little thing that comes out almost like a little thing that's going to stab you or something. It's so ominous looking, but it's not really. Anyhow, so I'm going to put this down and continue on to talk about the lupine. I'm back! So, I wanted to report on just a few things about the lupine, which I love so much. Such an amazing plant, flower. But also I'm going to, of course, tell you a few fragrances that claim to contain lupine or lupine essence. And here we go. Okay. Lupines symbolize a positive outlook, new opportunities, and that goes for all colors. The colors I have in my garden are white, pink, and purple, but they're so unique. They've got all different, like sometimes they've got a white top and a blue or a purple bottom, or like different colors of pink. There'll be a darker pink or a pastel pink, or it's unexpected. You never know. It's hard to know where you're gonna get. Jardins! Come on now. Okay. Let me see. There's music for waiting while we wait. La 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 la. Okay, here we go. They are a food source. You can eat them. They're legumes. Do you know how to say it right? Go ahead and holler at us. Do you know how to say it? Holler at us. Tell us how to say it right. Legumes. I'll say legumes. Okay. They're a food source. People have been known, the indigenous peoples of the world have been known to brew the tea leaves for nausea. And by the way, I got that from Rebecca P. over at Florgeous, Florgeous. Really great website about flowers. She's got a lot of great stuff. I found out that the flower of Texas is called the blue bonnet, but it's actually a lupine. When I went to look at pictures of it, I noticed that it is a lupine But all the pictures I found, they only grow like this tall. They don't get spear-like the way mine do. But it's definitely a lupin. So anyhow, I want to backtrack and tell you that I told you that they are a food source, but they can be poisonous. They're not really one of those friendly to eat right away. I believe what you have to do is, it's a long process. You have to take them to you've got to soak them and 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 soak them. So I wouldn't recommend trying to harvest lupins if you find some, or if you grow some. Look into it. It's especially difficult to get them to be not poisonous and tasty. So yeah, but certainly are gorgeous. You know what they remind me of? In floral design, there are a few flowers that I really love. A lot of the tall line flowers. They're line flowers in floral design, these tall ones like this. They look a lot like snapdragons and delphiniums, monkshood delphiniums. They look a lot like monkshood delphiniums and larkspur. No, not too much like larkspur. That's a little slimmer, but yeah. So let's see. Okay, lupin stuff, lupin stuff. Okay, moving on to the lupin fragrances. According to Fragrantica, fragrances that contain lupin or lupin essence or artificial, or I'm not sure, but they said lupin. There were only 6. There were only 6. So, and they were all shared fragrances, unisex. Shared. They were all shared fragrances. So I thought that was interesting. And I can believe that because most of what I smell from lupin is pepper, is a peppery smell, which I could see that being a really nice, especially a base note in a men's fragrance or a woman's fragrance. I was surprised there were no women's fragrances that had lupin that according to Fragrantica, and they're the place to go. They know a lot of stuff. But I don't get anything from them, by the way. I'm not affiliated with them. I just think it's a really great website, and it's worth it to look at it if you're interested at all in fragrances. Okay, here we go. All men's fragrances, or all shared fragrances, I should say. Number 6, Jo Malone London, lupin and patchouli. Sounds sweet, doesn't it? Not literally sweet. Not literally sweet. But it sounds, I bet that's a nice men's fragrance. I bet that's nice. Jo Malone London, lupin and patchouli. You hear that, lupin? Okay, number 5. Pearlescent Parfums, Sunscape from 2022. That last one, the Jo Malone, I didn't get a year on that, sorry. Pearlescent Parfums Sunscape from 2022. That's a pretty name. Number 4. Auphorie, Auphorie, Auphorie Eau De Formosa, 2019. 2016. 2016, sorry. Auphorie Eau De Formosa, 2016. Okay, number 3, moving along fast. This will be one of my shorter videos, I think. Caswell Massey, Old Faithful Fragrance Tonic. Old Faithful Fragrance Tonic. That's cool. I love it when they have it. They never cease to amaze me with these great names. Caswell Massey Old Faithful Fragrance Tonic, 2019. Yes. Yes! Okay. Number 2 of the fragrances that contain lupin. Drift Parfum de Terre Aspens, Drift, Parfum de Terre, Aspens, Solid Parfum. I love the Solid Parfum. I hope it becomes an even bigger trend. Okay, that's Drift Parfum de Terre Aspens, Solid Parfum from 2013. And once again, a shared fragrance, otherwise known as unisex. And number one, we should have the Lupins present for this. Lupins, do you want to be present for this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, whatever, sure. I'm into it. Yeah, we like it.
Here we go. Number 1, Caswell Massey Canyon Fragrance Tonic. Caswell Massey Canyon Fragrance Tonic. From 2019. And once again, that was a shared fragrance. Oh my gosh. You lovely ladies and handsome gents. Thank you for joining me here on another video at Talk to the Hen Reviews. And go ahead and write anything down below. Do you know anything whatsoever about lupins? Are you a lupin fan? Are you, have you smelled any of these fragrances I mentioned? Or do you know of anything else that contains lupin? I'd love to hear it. So thank you so much for joining me again. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye! I'll let the lupins dance. Flowers dance.